Hello to my District 148 students. This is Mrs. Nelson, your librarian. I have two books today, and they are special requests from Roosevelt's second graders. I had a request for a Spider-Man book. So I have not only Spider-Man versus the Vulture, but I also have a nonfiction book about daddy long-legged spiders, which can be found all over our area. So let's go ahead. We're going to look at the daddy long-legs first. Daddy long-legged spiders. Instead of chapters, this has a table of contents. This book is nonfiction. This is going to provide us with all different kind of facts about daddy long-legged spiders. Standing tall. Daddy long-legged spiders are famous for their extra long legs. These arachnids are less than ½ an inch long, but their 8 legs can be 25 times longer than their bodies. Spider bodies. Like all spiders, daddy longlegs have 2 main body parts. Their bodies are gray or brown. Some daddy longlegs have dark bands of colors on their bodies. They have an abdomen, and they have the cephalothorax. Basement neighbors. Daddy longlegs spiders are found everywhere except Antarctica. They live in dry deserts and cold, wet areas, but they are most common in the tropics. And here we are right over here, and we can see that they do live in our area. Daddy longlegs spiders build webs in dark areas such as caves or under rocks. They also live in attics and in dark basements. Fast attack. A daddy long-legged spider eats small flies, ants, and moths. The spider waits for prey in its web. When a bug wanders into the web, the spider jumps into action. The spider bites its prey and quickly wraps it up. Venom from the spider's bite kills the prey and turns the body to liquid. Then the spider sucks up the mushy meal. Ugh. And here's a spider fact. A daddy long-legged spider jaws aren't strong enough to bite through human skin. Spider versus spider. Sometimes a daddy long-legged spider goes hunting for food. It taps a leg on another spider's web, and the spider rushes out of hiding to see what is in the web. But the daddy long-leg is ready for battle. It bites the spider and gobbles it up. Spider fact. Daddy longlegs also eat eggs of other spiders. Break a leg. Frogs, lizards, and birds eat daddy long-legged spiders. To get away from a predator, a daddy long-legged spider breaks off one of its legs. The predator grabs the leg while the spider runs away. And here's your spider fact. Young daddy long-legged spiders can grow new legs to replace broken ones. Superhero silk. Sometimes daddy long-legged spiders trap enemies with silk. When an enemy comes close, the spider pulls silk with its spinneret. It throws the silk stuck, and the spider gets away. Here's our fact. A daddy long-legged spider's silk isn't sticky, but prey and predators get stuck in the tangled threads. Baby longlegs. Male and female daddy longlegs spiders mate about 20 eggs at a time. Eggs in 2 to 3 weeks. And here we have the life cycle. You have the newborn. This is from their mother's face for 1 or 2 weeks. As they grow, daddy longlegged spiders shed their outer skeletons. And finally, adult. Female daddy longlegged spiders live for 3 years. Males live for only 1 year. Many names. Daddy longlegged spiders are known by many names. Because they live in basements, people call them cellar spiders. They're also called Granddaddy Longlegs or Daddy Longleggers. And finally, amazing but true. If a daddy long-legged spider is trapped by a predator, it has one last trick. The spider shakes so quickly that it becomes an almost invisible blur. The predator becomes confused and doesn't know where to strike. Okay, so this was our nonfiction book about daddy long-legged spiders, so we learned some interesting facts here. Now it's time for a fiction book. So this is The Amazing Spider-Man, Spider-Man versus the Vulture. This book is a fiction book. It was created by Susan Hill. So she wrote all of the words, and a person named Andy Tong wrote the drew all the pictures. He was the illustrator. Okay, we have Peter Parker. Peter Parker is a very good student. Flash Thompson. He goes to school with Flash Thompson. Aunt May. Peter lives with his Aunt May. Spider-Man. Peter has a secret identity. He is Spider-Man. Mr. Jameson. Peter works for Mr. Jameson at the Daily Bugle. The Vulture. The Vulture is one of Spider-Man's worst enemies. Can Spidey stop him from causing danger? Bring! Class was over. Peter Parker packed up his magnets and grabbed his jacket. "What's your hurry, Peter?" the teacher asked. "Today is my first day at the Daily Bugle," said Peter. "I can't be late." "Oh, too bad you can't swing on a web like Spider-Man," said the teacher. "Ha!" Flash Thompson laughed. "Peter Parker, a superhero? He's just a bookworm." Peter disliked being called names like bookworm, geek, or nerd. If only he knew my secret, then I'd show that bully. Peter was going to be late. "Oh, I know how to get there fast," Peter thought. He ran into an alley and he pulled off his street clothes. Under Peter's shirt was his superhero costume. Shy Peter Parker was Spider-Man. Ever since Peter was bitten by a super spider, he has had superpowers. He has spider senses, he has spider strength, and he could climb like a spider. The Vulture appeared from above. "What's your hurry, Spider-Man?" The Vulture was a tricky enemy. He had wings and could fly. "Vulture, what are you doing here?" said Spider-Man. "I'm stealing this bag of jewels," said the Vulture. "Just try and stop me." Gosh, Spider-Man thought, "I'm so late. I must get to the Daily Bugle." Then Spidey remembered something. With great power comes great responsibility. He had to stop the Vulture. But where had the Vulture gone? The Vulture swooped behind Spider-Man on silent wings. One flick of his wings sent Spider-Man flying off the roof. Spider-Man clung to the wall. How does Vulture fly on silent wings, he thought. I know. Silent magnetic power. Spider-Man climbed up the wall on a web. "I'm ready for you this time, Vulture," said Spider-Man. Spider-Man took out his homemade magnet reverser out of his backpack. "This is the perfect time to test my invention," he said. Spider-Man aimed it at the Vulture. "What did you do? I can't fly," said Vulture. The Vulture crashed to the ground. "My invention worked," said Spidey. Spider-Man grabbed the Vulture. Spider-Man snapped some pictures. Click, click. "My new boss will love these photos," he said. Peter put on his street clothes. He was very late now. He hurried to the Daily Bugle. The boss, Mr. Jameson, was mad. "Parker, "You're late," he yelled. "But wait till you see my photos," said Peter. "How did a shy guy like you get great photos like these?" said Mr. Jameson. "All in a day's work," said Peter. Mr. Jameson paid Peter well. Now Peter could do something nice for his Aunt May. Splash. "Ha! Sorry, nerd," said Flash. "If I used my amazing spider powers, he really would be sorry," thought Peter. But Peter was happy, even if no one could ever know his amazing secret. "I'm not a nerd, I'm Spider-Man."